growth.
COVID growth. Hello.
Kia ora.
Hi, and welcome to Neat and Not by the Sea, Flosstube video number 40-something, or 30-something. It's something. Don't know. I'm Victoria.
Kia ora, I'm Catherine, and my pronouns are she, her.
And it has been quite a few weeks since we last filmed, because Catherine and I both got COVID, but not at the same time.
So it's been 6 weeks.
So it's been 6 weeks.
Because you got COVID on the night we were going to film.
That's right.
You said, can we postpone? I don't feel great. And then you sent me a photo of the test.
Yeah, I think I texted you at like 3 o'clock. I'm like, I can't do it. And then I took a test at 5 or something, and it was like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And then just when we were going to film again,
I got COVID.
and it's taken us a little while to bounce back. But we both were...
I'm not sure about the bounce yet.
We were both lucky in that we...
There will be coughing. We're not editing, sorry.
Yeah, but neither of us ended up in hospital or seriously ill,
I
so
was
that's
quite
great.
poorly. I'm quite a good poorly person. Like I am the queen. I will stay in my bed.
Yeah.
I was quite poorly, but I also don't fight being looked after.
Yeah,
I'm a
quite
good
like,
patient. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm still cross that you watch North and oh my goodness. So a lot of this is going to go on North and South.
Yeah, I said to Victoria, because I was going away, I said, please don't watch North and South whilst I'm away. And then when I was sick, I watched North and South because all bets were off.
Yeah.
And it was nice, it was good for the soul.
I was not impressed. And the thing is, she could have hidden this evidence, but no, she took a photo of herself watching it and put it on Insta.
Of course. Actually, laughing makes you cough.
It does, so.
I've just realised. But we're both in our 29 days of immunity now.
Woohoo!
And I did test. I still had things for ages, but I think
I think it hangs around for ages, but you're not.
I kind of look. I don't know. I look a particular way. Okay, so yeah, so it has been 6 weeks, and thank you for the lovely comments. We had a couple of people message us, including someone a couple of days ago, which was very lovely. I actually don't like missing it. I really like the routine of every 2 weeks. That's really great.
Yeah.
But you know, honestly, certainly when I was with COVID, I actually didn't even have the energy to even like try to find out how we could post a little thing to say we're not posting because we're poorly.
No, I didn't even stitch for 2 weeks. It was all you could do to get up in the morning and But I think I'm finally finding mojo's coming back.
I went back to
stay
work
up past
today.
9 o'clock.
I went to work at work today. Last week I was at work remotely.
Nice.
Not a lot of work happened. I was just kind of keeping an eye on things and going to meetings on Zoom. I was knackered. But I was off sick on Friday because I just didn't have anything to give. Yeah. And I've slept a lot. I haven't crafted for about a week at least.
Yeah.
And that's sad. That's always a really good meter for
how ill
I am.
Yeah.
It's been very pathetic.
Yeah.
And you know, that's just how it is.
Yeah, so although it's been 6 weeks, I don't feel that I have 6 weeks worth of work to show you, but we have got stuff, so that's
We've got
great.
stuff to show you, yeah.
Any other? Didn't you have a PS?
Oh, I have a PSA, public service announcement. Okay, this is particularly for people that are going through the perimenopause, like me. I was talking to my sister, so if you know me in real life, there will have been times where we are talking in person from like a close distance, and you will notice that my forehead is peeling because my skin's so dry, and I get like really dry skin here as well, and it peels, and it just looks very unattractive. And I've tried all sorts of creams, and I've tried my own homemade creams, and you know, things work for 2 days, and then I start reacting against it, and blah blah blah. It's just all boring and just, but also it's quite unsightly, and also, you know, I'm always looking for a solution. And then I went to like a little menopause workshop that the university ran, and someone just highlighted that, you know, it could be part of perimenopause, that my skin is just misbehaving in this way. So I had it in the back of my mind that maybe I should go to the GP and sort of get referred to you know, a skin specialist, or anyway, you know, I didn't get around to doing any of those things. But I did talk to my sister about it, who's 5 years older than me, also a maker. And she recommended, and I'm going to recommend on to you, that I go to Nivea. Which is very funny because I remember my mum using Nivea, but I remember the blue tin.
Yeah.
And this one's called Nivea Soft, and she said it has to be the one called Soft. And my sister certainly can afford more expensive creams than Nivea, but she remembered my mum having this, using this on my mum when she was poorly. And oh my God, it's changed my life.
It smells delicious.
I think it smells like lovely artificial.
Yes, it is. It's lovely ointment
And you
smell.
know what? And I didn't even look at the ingredients. I just don't care. Martin did look, and he said they're just lipids. They're just different fats. It's fine. And I was like, normally all those things would be reason enough not to use anything like this. But you know what? It's working, and I'm just happy. So if you're struggling and you don't know what cream to use and your skin's behaving in a bad way than never used to.
Yeah. And we have not been, Catherine has not been sponsored to say this.
Nobody sponsors me for nothing. So anyway, I'm just saying it because it really has improved my life.
That's
a
excellent.
lot. There you go.
It's excellent.
PSA over. Okay, so what should we get started with? I do think that I'm going to get another ginger beer because COVID grossness, I do need to drink. Do you want
Sure.
another one?
We
have. The husband has provided.
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, well,
You
I will
entertain.
start with what I've been working on.
Well, no hope of FFOs.
Yeah, I've got for 6 weeks off, I've got no new starts, I've got no finished objects, I've got no fully finished objects. Have you got any of the above, Catherine?
I don't think so.
No, it's been a,
Oh, I do have, but non-stitchy FFOs.
Oh, thank you. So we'll just crack on, shall we?
Dun, dun,
So-
dun.
Yeah, like I said, I have not got 6 weeks worth of stitching, and I got here and I'm like, I don't even know what I've worked on. But I do know I probably did some of this.
We're going on the maybe.
On the maybe.
Surely I
Surely
did.
maybe I did some of this. This is the 2017 Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. And so this is also known as Mum's one.
That's right, not Catherine's one.
Not Catherine's one. This is
Are you
Mum's
just
one.
like spreading the bits of chocolate on it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So I did, if I recall correctly, that little bit there, but I'm still going to show you because I'm only 4 months behind.
A year and 4 months behind.
Yeah, that true. I just restarted again. But this is looking great, and I'm loving this one.
That is lovely.
It's so pretty.
You could do like Nithya and say, I decided to just do half.
No, I want to do the whole lot. This I can't just do half.
Because you can't.
They're not the rules.
Okay, shall I go?
You go.
I did, so when I got ill on Monday, and I think on Thursday I was able to craft because I was still spending all my day in bed, and I got a little bit, I was determined to craft. It was not going to beat me. It did beat me eventually, but I was determined. Anyway, I did crack on, and I did, also this is my, what's this? This is the Rose Cottage Sampler Pin Keep by Stacey Nash, which I love. It's very beautiful. It's one of those kind of funny large pin cushions. And it's called a Pin Keep? Yes, it's called a Pin Keep. So
Which
we're
also
happy.
improves it. It's beautiful and nice by about
That's
4
right.
points.
That's right. Which is funny because normally I would be like, we can't say that because that's not British English. I would be very like that. But you know, I do like
it's so
Pin
cute.
Keep
Yeah.
and I do like Pocketbook.
Pocketbook.
I think
Nice.
it's adorable. Anyway, I don't think I can get away with saying Pocketbook in my real life, but I can say Pin Keep and nobody will be
So
any of the wiser.
what's a pocketbook when it's at home?
I think it's a handbag.
Oh.
Yes. So I was listening to a novel and they were talking about her pocketbook hung off her arm.
Oh.
So because I used to think that it was a wallet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, is it like a journal or something? Like a wee book that you write notes in?
No, it's for money. It's
for
when
money.
you put your money in. It's very exciting.
So I don't even have any. I don't have any money, so I don't need a pocketbook.
Yes, I have a pocketbook because I am aspirational. Anyway, I was obsessed with this little house and I did it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I made a couple of changes. You know, beyond the fact that this is a red I light from a little nest of colours from that gift that I was given, gosh, over a year ago now. So I just picked my own colors that I like. That was kind of a nod to the original colors. And I kept the design. I even kept these things here which look like crosses to me, which I'm not sure about. But it's not a big change. I didn't think that the door was highlighted enough. Like there was no door frame. So I actually did a back stitch of the same brown as the door in that.
Nice.
So I like that. And the other thing that happened as well, which if I pass to Victoria, she might spot it.
Ooh.
What went wrong, Victoria? Which of course I love.
Is it to do with your door?
No. You only get three goes. Anyway, lots of people messaged. Yeah, thank you for messaging. It was very lovely. It was nice to get some audio messages as well. Just super cute.
I can't see anything that I would call up. What have you done?
I'll show you here. This window is higher than that window.
Okay. That's okay.
No, I don't need to permit. It's okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
particularly okay that one window is higher than the other. Because I've decided I've had a lot of time when I could lie in bed and I was not ill enough that I was asleep, but I had lots of thinking time, and so I was pondering and thinking. I think what I like about cross stitch is when it's like folk art, when it's misspelt and wonky. Those are the things that make my heart sing. So this window is it's one stitch lower than that window. I think it's blooming marvelous. It's like, well, this house has been bought and sold 3 times, and that window was rotten, and we changed it, with whatever. Anyway, it's very lovely. I'm very excited about it. I had plans to finish the whole blinking thing, and that didn't happen.
It's gorgeous.
But I am very happy with this. It is very lovely, very lovely, and I love it so much. I might even make it full coverage in the end.
Ooh.
Maybe, because I've decided I love that. So that's that one.
All right. The next one I will show is the Sampler Company. It's the Red House Sampler by Brenda Keys.
Is that what it's called?
The Red House Sampler.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what it says on... I can show that. Most of the pattern's covered. It says, Red House Sampler.
Yeah.
It just doesn't say it on the front page.
Do you have actual recollection of doing this?
Well, yeah, I know I've done stuff, but I don't know whether it was before or after the last one.
Well, within the last 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it was in the last 6 weeks. I think I was doing this in preparation when I got your text to say that you had COVID.
Oh, okay.
And I've done the 2 birdies and the heart. So I've moved on to the bottom half.
Nice. I love this one. This is quite large, really.
This is quite large, and I think I'm doing it on even weave.
Is this like mystery? This is mystery linen.
This
isn't
is
it?
mystery linen. This is stuff I had left over from that big Harry Potter one that I did.
Yeah.
But that's coming along nicely.
Nice. I've just done some dribs and drabs because I'm going to show you because I'm that needy. So my next one, which I remember working on just before you texted me to tell me that you had COVID. Wasn't I good? Because you just texted saying, oh, would you mind if we postpone? And I was such a good friend. I was like, of course.
Because we haven't done that, I don't think. Not last minute.
No,
like we'll be like, oh, we're filming this on Monday because I know I've got stuff happening on Thursday, so I wasn't going to be able to do it.
And I've kind of moved to Waikouaiti now, so I can be here Monday or Thursday because Martin has ping pong, table tennis. So I'm trying to kind of figure out my life.
Oh,
And today worked for both of us.
it did. Yeah.
So my next one is the heartstring sampler is His Eye is on the Sparrow, which I love. And again, I was really hopeful that I would do 5 things. No, I didn't do 5 things. I did 1 thing. 1 thing twice. So I have worked on the horses.
No! Sorry.
God, sad. You've been waiting all evening.
I have.
You can't tell, but they're actually different browns. So that's quite nice in real life, I think. It's subtle, but they're different. So I'm very happy about that. You know, it's coming together.
Beautiful
It's filling
ponies.
up. Yeah. And of course, you know that I'm not actually precisely counting. So I'm hoping that the the symbol in the middle, it's actually quite large. It's that one there's like a flower arrangement. I hope it fits. I mean, we'll finagle it, right? But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I just love the colors so much. It's good fun.
All right, so you're done. I'm pretty sure I also did some of a peacock, a unicorn, and a badger, which is.
A few people are mentioning these on Flosstube. I haven't watched Flosstube in ages. I think I watched Nithya. Nithya kept me company in COVID, but I just didn't have the energy to follow many at all.
No,
so,
it was.
But I think she mentioned that a few people are doing this.
I've seen. I don't know whether it's because I'm now following the right link, but I've seen an awful lot of people doing this on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because when I first started it, I thought I, found a holy grail. Like this is so cool and no one's doing it, but now everyone's doing it.
It's good when things get popular that you get inspired as well. It kind of keeps you going.
It's great. Yeah, you see other people like, oh, I can't wait to do that bit. So, me and I need to get mine out. I worked on, there's a leaf there and a stem. So, big things. Love this one.
I love this one as well.
Have you got another one?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll show you this because it was really pathetic. This was when I kind of threw in the towel. I was like, okay, I'll do a box because this is one color and I can focus.
Good
After
job.
3 letters, I was like, okay, that's enough.
Oh.
So this is my Mexican sampler, Cuando se corona un gusto. And I do still really love it, but my brain just could not cope with the counting. It was just too much. I thought one color, that's nice and restful, but no, it was just too much.
No, on like day 3 or 4, I got out some stitches. Oh, maybe I'm up for some stitching, and I honestly got 6 stitches, and I'm like, my arms are too heavy.
But the interesting thing is, I did do more stitching than you whilst I was ill.
Yeah.
But I have Martin looking after me. Like, if I needed a drink, I didn't have to get up to get a drink,
Yeah.
I didn't get up to get my own drink. None of that. So I had the little reserves I had, I used for crafting, not for like being a grown-up. No, none of that.
Oh, it was so funny though. So when after my 7 or 8 days of lockdown, I just felt that my house was covered in germs, and so I did.
Well, when you described it, Victoria, I do have to say.
I'm sorry, I'm so bad. I had such
She is
runny
so
nose,
bad.
and I went through boxes of tissues, and it got to the stage where I wasn't even aiming for the
Feral.
bins. I'm like, I'll just
Feral.
blow and
Feral.
drop, blow and drop.
Feral.
So then I have since deep cleaned my house, and my house is so clean.
Yeah, but can I just say, like, I'm not a clean, we know I'm not a clean person, but I was horrified at you. I was like, oh my God, who does that?
Me, when there's no Martin to pick up after me.
That's right.
This one, Merrily, Merrily, We Welcome Spring.
That
So this
was
is Catherine's
mine.
one.
Yes. I can't wait until you finish it and then it gets awkward.
Well, I'll just give it to you.
I'm having it.
Yeah, you
I'm totally
totally
having
have it.
Because I should have a keepsake from you.
You should. Because you gave me some gloves, so I'll give you this.
All right then.
So, I have been working on... so, if you can see, there's an alphabet that starts about there. I'm pretty sure I have done right through there to the blue letters.
You know we're not mentioning any of the fabrics, right?
Oh, these are all repeats. If you want to know what they are, go watch our previous videos.
This is a COVID episode.
We're not on the ball quite yet.
Are we ever though?
So this is cool.
I love this one. I mean, I love my sampler.
If you want to
So
know
beautiful.
what fabric it is, that is a 28 count vintage country mocha.
And it's quite amazing because it's 28 count, which is quite a low count / high count. I don't know how to describe
I
it.
call it a big count because your cross stitches are bigger.
Okay. But it's so dainty.
It's because it's 1/1.
Holy macaroni. Oh. Are you really willing to give me this?
Yeah.
Because I won't be polite.
No, you can totally have it.
Now we've talked about it, I'm totally having it.
Yeah.
Can you finish it before your mum's? That'll be funny.
I would say with confidence a yes, but the border is a pain in the ass. I have a feeling I'll avoid the border.
I don't understand why you do this to yourself. Why would you do things 1/1? Victoria, it makes no sense.
I don't know because I bought enough fabric to do it 2/2 or 3/2.
I think it would be really lovely if I embroider the house with that funny dog. That's it.
You just want the dog, house and the dog. Make a cool
House and a
pin
dog.
keep.
Yes.
Or not a pin keep, needle. No, what do you call those things that you attach to your scissors?
Scissor keep.
That's the one.
Okay, so a funny thing happened today. So I was back at work in the office, and for those that are not my boss, what keeps me going in the day is I do something I don't want to do, or something that's hard, or something where I really have to be a grown-up and I don't like it, and then I treat myself to Pinterest for 5 minutes.
Nice. I haven't Pinterested for ages.
Oh my god, because I've got the most amazing Pinterest account. I just love my Pinterest. It just brings me so much happiness. And I found myself making plans for more creative things I was going to do. And I thought, Catherine, you're better.
Excellent.
Yeah. So that was
Excellent.
kind of magical. Yeah. Pardon me. Oh, this is just not great, is it? Okay, so I have got 2 sales going, stitch alongs, badly. So Mel from Patchy Pony Stitcher, she's doing great. I'm not doing so great. And I did want to message her and go, I'm trying. But then I thought, no, Catherine, it's okay. This is for funsies. But anyway, I have made progress until I got ill. I made progress on this until I got ill. And then after I got ill,
You have made amazing progress on that.
I just did 2 flowers. So my rule, because apparently I do have rules, is that I'm doing the entire border first. And I have done, so can you hold it from there?
Oh, hold it, sorry.
So I'm doing the inner flowers, and they're all different colors of in the red spectrum. And then I did these last 2 since I got ill. And I know the pattern, and it's pretty straightforward. I just couldn't do it.
I'm pretty sure that you have added all these flowers since our last Flosstube, though. I think you might have stitched these while I was ill.
Perhaps. No, I think the top line was done.
Oh, well, it looks very impressive.
So I've made Mel, I've made progress. I can still be in the club. I am loving it, and one of the things that I love is that when I open it, it smells of the dyeing, which is a New Zealand flax harakeke that I used. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited. See, I was very excited today about dyeing.
Excellent. You must be feeling better.
I am so much better. Friday I was off sick because I just couldn't even say my name after a week of working, which was, not giving my all for sure. No crafting for the last week, but then I think I just rested enough. COVID is humbling. It doesn't make you rest, so I rested enough. I should say what these were called actually. So this is called Consider the Lilies, which is a lovely pattern by Beth Twist from Heartstring Sampler. So I've got 2 of her patterns going, and it is really beautiful. And we have a sal going, a stitch along with Mel from Patchy Pony Stitcher, and we're calling it the Across the Tasman Lilies, because I live on this side of the Tasman Sea. She lives on that side of the Tasman Sea in Tasmania. I was planning holidays in my head as well. I really want to go to Tasmania.
Nice.
And the way that Mel's doing it, even though she's also got a paper pattern, which is why she says she's doing it per page.
Oh.
So she's galloping ahead. But yeah, so that's
exciting.
It's a great pattern. Good value for money. Many hours of beautiful stitching. There we go.
So for me, the final one I've been working on, which is probably the main one I've been working on, and is not one I recommend when you're not 100% there in the head. So this is my stitch along I'm doing at Stitch Witches, called the Twisted Band Sampler from Northern Expressions Needlework.
Where are they based?
America, I think. Canada. Apologies, Canada. And I have been working, I think you probably haven't seen this since I've done the last 2 months worth.
The new colour seems new to me.
Yeah. So, I think what I've done...
I think we should have an ironing session for the both
We
of
should
us.
have a wee
I'm
ironing
going to iron
session.
and I'm going to put everything in my roll. I've
Yeah.
decided. I've made an executive decision.
You're going to put things back in your roll?
Yeah.
So, the orange and yellow fancy band, that one down there, I have stitched and unstitched 5 times.
Great. Oh, you like it so much.
I did not have luck. Everything was one too far over or one too close together.
What?
And it was just insane.
And you didn't like the look of that?
No.
Said ask Catherine naively.
No, because it would have stuffed everything else up. Because it was the fancy stitches
That's
that
when
I
you do
stuffed up.
fudging.
I don't fudge. I unpack. If I
You
spot
eat fudge, but you don't fudge.
Yeah, and I've got the next class for that tomorrow, and you'll see it's not finished, so I'll be late one tonight.
Great. I really love the gradation of color. That is very beautiful.
Pretty.
And I am quite impressed with your
The fancy stitch.
the fancy this one. What's that one called?
That one is called...
It looks like Eye of God.
No, I don't think it's called
It's not called that because I asked you last time.
So that one is...
No, none of those.
Yeah, it's that one. It's the Norwich stitch over 7 threads.
Norwich. Although, you know, they're in Canada. Maybe they pronounce it Norwich. I know in America they say Norwich. But if you're in England, it's Norwich.
Yeah.
So that one's Norwich?
Yes.
Interesting. It looks quite different in the photo. Oh, it's because it's at an angle. I'm looking at it as a straight thing, but they're actually showing it to you as an angle.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Yeah, I'll hold that closer because I don't know.
Because it actually also looks like over one situation for that little area. For that
no, it's over
band.
2, but it's at 40 count.
Ah, that's what it is.
I'm not sure if that's coming into focus or even light enough. Let's cut you out. Anyway, it's been fun.
It's been fun because you have discovered that you're not such a fan of freestyle surface embroidery.
Well,
but you love the counted.
I love the counted because it's more in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But then I did not enjoy
fixed parameters.
I did not enjoy the unpicking and the thing because I did honestly. I need to look at patterns more carefully.
And maybe not when you're super tired.
But that has been my adventures in needlework for the last 6 weeks.
Nice.
Do you have any more cross stitch?
I have purchases and cross stitch, I think.
Do you want to do this stuff now, or do you want to do it at the end?
No, because that belongs in cross stitch, so that can be now.
So we'll do Happy Mail?
So we got Happy Mail.
So we have 2 huge thank yous to send out.
Yes.
We received
the first parcel came from Paula in Portugal, who's been a friend of the channel since we started, since the very first one. Don't know how she found us. How did you find us, Paula? Anyway, it was very lovely.
And we got some beautiful postcards of Paris.
Yes.
I don't know if that means she's been in Paris recently.
She went for her husband's birthday, I believe.
Oh, happy birthday.
Which is what you can do when you live in Europe.
And we got some beautiful, so I'm going to put that on a frame or a notice board.
I'll put it in my craft room when I have a craft room.
It's beautiful. And we were sent 2.
That arrived when I was COVID-y.
Yes.
So it was such a lovely parcel.
And Catherine opened it and said, "This is what she sent you, but I can't see you for 10 days. I was like, oh, cheers. Because I really wanted to. Right. I got very excited.
Yeah, I sent you photos. So show your things and then I'll show my things.
She very kindly sent me 2 of the Just Nan patterns. So one of them is the gingerbread elf mouse, who is super, super cute. And the other one is the stocking that goes with him, which is great. So it's a complete set. So thank you so much. That makes me so happy. so happy.
Super lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. And this one's even got fabric in it. So it's great. I can't wait to start these. I've got to go to Stitch Witches tomorrow because the stitch along, so I might work out which threads I need and pick those up tomorrow.
Well, oh, it's DMC, you might have them.
I might.
Because you have a proper organisation system.
I do. But that's exciting.
Great. Nice. So that hit the nail on the head.
So thank you so much. I'm super, super pleased and I can't wait to start.
Okay, and so your things were lovely, but mine were super extra lovely. It's not a competition. So I got 2 lovely things of like home linens.
Beautiful.
Isn't this gorgeous?
Oh, that's so pretty.
And I believe, so this is kind of eyelet, this cut work, painstaking and handmade. So this is super lovely. And I think for the next few months, I do want to start repurposing a lot of these things that I have. I'm going to choose which are staying as tablecloths, and then I'm going to start using the others. But yeah, I love this. It's beautiful. Very on trend as well. There's lots of blouses and tops with this sort of thing. So I'm thinking,
what is it?
or a part of a skirt panel. I don't know.
Yeah. Even, you could stitch. Obviously, you'll stitch something on it. But it could be form part of your curtains. It would look beautiful hanging as.
I haven't decided if I'm going to stitch on this. Anyway, I'm a huge fan of cut work, so
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. And the other thing that was super special, so I'm actually confused now because I haven't reread the postcard since I first reread it. But there's also this other thing. Oh yeah, so I think all of this. So this set plus these coasters.
Beautiful.
They belong to Paola's mum. Isn't that adorable?
Oh.
So she found them in her attic and she thought, oh, I know, Catherine will enjoy these.
You will.
And as soon as I saw them,
stitch like Paola's mum on one of them, a wee story.
I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. But the first thing that came to my mind was lavender sachets.
Yes.
Because I make lavender sachets. And then I thought, really cool fabric on the back. Like whatever I have in my stash. I'll have to have some sort of thing so that they don't fall through the holes. But then you get the like the old-fashioned look and
beautiful.
won't that be lovely?
That would be beautiful.
Yeah. And I could make some as hanging so that they can be on a hanger. Yeah. But anyway, aren't these beautiful?
They are stunning.
And they're handmade.
Gosh, aren't people clever? Look how, like, you can tell that they're in a set. They look the same. More than one. It's amazing. It's the back, don't you?
It's always quite impressive when you think like that, and then you think, gosh, all those girls that hated this and they were still forced to make
still
it.
forced to make them. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much. This was super special.
And it was so lovely.
And I particularly have a soft spot for things that come from families, because I didn't inherit a lot from my mum. I have a teaspoon, and I have a fish knife, and I have a bowl from hers, and they're super special to me. Oh, and I have 2 petticoats of hers that I wear.
Lovely.
Yeah. So these things mean a lot. So thank you. Really appreciate it. And a lovely gift in COVIDness. So that was one thing. And then the next set of things came from Margarita, who's been a friend of the Flosstube, also from the very beginning, I think.
Yeah.
And she's also from Portugal. But she lives in Luxembourg, I believe. Luxembourg, I think that's right. So anyway, yours is funny. So 2 parcels came because apparently I can't be trusted to give Victoria her fair half. I don't think Margarita was suggesting that. I am though. And then to prove me right,
the first thing we saw, because it came in this lovely package with poppy paper, but through the poppy paper, I could see this. Now, those of you might remember, it's the same postcard that she sent with, gosh, people are very generous. She sent us a parcel earlier in the year, late last year. I have no idea when time was.
Yeah.
And we both wanted it, but Catherine said that because it was sent to her house, she could have it.
That's right. I'm bigger than you, so I win. Yeah, totally. I was like, you can have a photocopy.
You can offer your photocopy, which you never
Which
did.
I never did.
So we am absolutely thrilled to get this. I've got a frame for it and everything.
Yeah, we're thrilled, aren't we?
Yeah. Next time we do it at my house, you'll see this in a frame on my wall.
You're only allowed to frame it if you put a little story on the back about how Catherine wouldn't share.
Catherine wouldn't share, so I got my own. So thank you so much.
You're definitely on to me, Margarita.
Yeah, and Margarita has not been poorly, but can we say? I'm sure we can. I've already done it. She had a broken arm.
Broken hand wrist situation.
So she's just getting back into the mobility of being able to write and such. But
so
it's
very
beautiful.
lovely.
And she sent me in my parcel, because you're a thief. Lots of
Don't be shy, Victoria.
lots of beautiful DMC. I cannot wait to get home and bobbinate them. Lots of variegated ones. Just beautiful, beautiful colours.
Lovely.
And a little Sweet Nothings baby announcement. Which, it's super cute. I'm not having a baby, by the way. But I almost would, just for this cross stitch.
Well, actually, you don't
Got
have
bunnies on it.
You don't need to be having a baby to be wanting to do things. So I'm going to start knitting baby booties because life.
Well, one of the people I work closely with, him and his partner have just announced that they're having a baby. So maybe I'll do that. It's very cute.
I think if they're not related, just do a little portion of it.
Well, it's just little.
That is a lot of stitching. You can do a bunny and the year and the date.
I might just stitch the bunny. It's super cute. And this lovely little monograms book, which has some fabulous fonts on it.
The best thing about it is that it's in Portuguese. So I love that.
And so we're going to, because Catherine has told me that I have to monogram my sheets now.
That's right.
So
it's an expectation now, Victoria.
It is an expectation, and I'll do it.
I am actually surprised that you don't, because you're just the sort.
I know. Well, yeah, I am the sort. And
You
I
are.
always buy white
And you're called
sheets.
Victoria. I mean, hello.
I know. Well, see, that's the thing. My initials are VR, so I just when I have to do a fancy initial thing, I just find a really nice Victoria Regina one, like a VR, because someone else has already got the money.
You're the queen.
Absolutely. This beautiful pattern with sparrows on it. Sparrows up the top. Oh shit! Sorry, I think we're jiggling the table a bit tonight. And lovely colourful flowers. And in the middle, I think it's another birth
Are those
announcement.
sparrows?
They're sparrows, aren't they?
Well, one of them could be, but not the other one.
Birds. It's got two birds at the top.
Completely
They
different
aren't
colouring.
budgies.
Yeah, not budgies. Oh, God, you're such a natural.
There we go. And last but not least, this gorgeous little sampler, which will be joining the samplers on my wall. It's lovely.
I love the chairs. It's so random.
The chairs are just fab. And the anchor, I love an anchor. It's lovely. And I opened it up, and on the back there are all the other ones in the set. And the first thing I said to Catherine was, oh, well, I have to get the whole set now.
And I said no.
So thank you so much. That is so generous.
It's a very lovely, thoughtful gift. Thank you. And in my parcel from Margarita, I got a postcard that I don't have to share.
It is super cute though.
This one's cute though because
Got a wee lamb.
it's not just a lamb and a sheep's fleece, but it's kind of knitting adjacent, so that's kind of cute. So thank you, I love it. I love the rug. Isn't it over the top?
I love her shoes. Show the shoes. People will not have noticed the slippers that she's wearing.
She's got this little
flirty
shepherd
slippers.
girl costume that they've put her on. It's so adorable. Things they used to do. Anyway, I got excellent fabric pantry. Well, I got these little threads. So some threads that Margarita had thrifted.
Beautiful.
My ongoing joke is that I'm a cheap date with Martin. And I so am. I was just so thrilled. I got... I'm trying to put them in the order. So one of them is an offcut of some patchwork that she had lying around.
Beautiful.
And I've got a whole saga going on with not buying men's shirts from the op shop because they're now $8 per shirt, and that's just too much for me. So things got desperate at home, and I told Martin I had to use one of his shirts. So that was how I was able to progress my quilt. And so I thought, oh, I can use these because these are kind of like men's shirt sort of colours. So that'll do for my half square triangle project that I'm doing. So I'm excited about this. But also, I loved this. Isn't this cute?
It is beautiful.
That is cute. So I'll use this as well. Instantly, I thought, oh, those two I'll definitely use. And some in pinks as well that I think will fit into that project. So I'm very happy about these.
So cute.
And then she also sent me, and this is the best bit, she also sent me these fabrics, which are offcuts from curtains that her mom used to have.
Ah,
Isn't that fabulous?
it's fabulous.
The flowers are gorgeous, like really zingy,
Big botanicals, beautiful.
big botanicals, but kind of zingy colours. So I'm excited about these. I'll see how I use them. And they're kind of, oh, it might be the same fabric actually. I think it was different because of the greens here, but look, it's kind of the same flower. So I'm very excited about these. But the fabric is a little bit thicker than my quilting project, so I'm not sure. I'm thinking more project baggy type stuff.
Ooh, would make a good project bag.
So I'm excited about those. And then I've got some gingham as well. That can come in handy. That gingham can look very cute on binding, I think.
Yes.
So it looks really nice how it rounds the corner. Then she also sent me this piece of, I think this is bark cloth, which is kind of thick. And it's cute. I think it was a tablecloth.
Oh, it's lovely. We runner.
Well, it's like it's been cut here, so it makes me think it was bigger. I think it was a tablecloth.
Oh, I think you might be right.
Yeah. So anyway, these two panels are great.
Beautiful.
So, and I was just saying to Martin, because we're moving to the little house, there's not a lot of room for like stuff, like hanging stuff makes sense. So having hanging bags for things, like not for this fabric, but I did tell him that his football kit, his soccer kit, I would put in a bag. I would make him a bag so that when he comes back from soccer, he puts everything back in there after he's washed it. So yay, I was very thrilled about these surprises. Thank you very much, Margarita.
Yeah. These were absolutely delightful to receive when we weren't feeling our best. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And I know you were worried about whether they would arrive or not. Generally speaking, things don't get lost with New Zealand
They
Post.
just take a while.
They just take forever. I have other acquisitions, so I'll show that now since we're talking purchases. Okay. I don't think I showed this, did I?
I don't know, just show it. I think I've shown a whole pile of stuff that I probably already showed.
Okay, so I found another patchwork cushion.
It's gorgeous.
Which is very cute. I'm torn because I think it actually looks very cute as a cushion. So I might keep it as a cushion. But it's been auditioned for its future life. This was 50 cents.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's very lovely. I just really like the history of somebody else making stuff. I mean, I like the history of somebody else making stuff for 50 cents. Like, I wouldn't buy it for $20, but it's nice to have a bit of history. So that. And then my sister's gifts for my birthday, for my 50th, arrived. You haven't looked at these yet.
Yes, I have. They had arrived on that one stitch that like from our last video when we had a stitching session afterwards before I got COVID.
Also, I haven't shown them here.
No.
No, okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that's right, because we went away for the weekend.
Yeah,
You
did.
You didn't, but Claire and I did. Yeah, so we had a craft weekend at my house. Is this the third year we've done it? I think it is. We did it in the camper
It's
one
gotta be
year.
the- oh, yes,
we
it
did
would
it
be
in the
the third.
housey one year, and then again.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool to keep doing it?
It would be great.
Yeah. Oh, we sold the camper.
I know.
Yeah.
So I was just about to say we can't do it in the camper. We'll just, oh, woe is me. We'll have to book a hotel somewhere.
Yeah. We probably will buy a camper in a couple of years' time again.
Nice.
But I said to Martin I would like to buy an electric one, not a diesel one. Anyway, my goodness, my sister bought me this book, which you all know I'm more of a book person than a single pattern person. And this book is so beautiful. If you like red samplers, oh my
gorgeous.
goodness, so lovely. So some of the so it's called Petit Rouge. I have not learned French. Petit Rouge d'ici et d'ailleurs. Something like that. So from here and there, maybe. Small
That's
red
pretty
ones from
impressive.
here and there, maybe. Because, and this is the bit that I loved about this, is that they come from different countries. So there is like, and so the general thing of the book is you get to see the old one, and you get to see a new one as well. So
The original and the reproduction.
yeah, and sometimes it's not a reproduction. Sometimes it's like an inspiration piece, and
And it's a beautiful quality book.
yeah. So they had that first one was from Germany. This one is from Luxembourg. And you can't. It's not like they emblazon the name of the country on it, but it's nice to know that they come from different places. This is from the Basque country. I've never seen a sampler from the Basque country, so that's pretty exciting to me.
Excuse me.
Another one from Germany. And I love those big letters. But they also had some from Spain, which excited me because I was like, ooh, Spanish language. But it didn't actually had any markings that made you realize there was. There's some from France. Some from Austria. There's some from Poland, I think. And photography. Can I just say, like, if what you want is a coffee table book to just make you swoon
And want to buy chairs?
yeah,
Excuse me.
definitely super lovely. So this was one of them, and it's by Muriel Brunet, however you pronounce that, and Francoise Ritz. They're the
excuse
names
me.
if you want to have a look at them. I think you can only buy them second hand now. I think they're out of print, but my sister, who has far more patience, I sent her a link for some that I'd found through Abe Books. I think she just bought them somewhere else, and it worked out way cheaper. The reason I wasn't buying them is because the postage to New Zealand was over $100.
Yeah.
So the books were going to cost me something like $15, and the postage was over $100. And yet I know my sister didn't pay. My sister paid something like £6 to have them sent to me. So it just makes such a difference to be able to have someone to buy them and stuff. Anyway, this next one is called School Samplers. Look at the photography with the little blackboards. So I don't think these have the name of the place, but oh my goodness, look at that. So beautiful. And even if you never got around to embroidering all of them, if you just, you know, I quite like the idea of just doing one. Like, I love this one. Oh my goodness. It's just plain. It's just so plain stitching. But I just loved it. So anyway, this is the best gift from my sister.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Cookie. Super lovely. I won't show you that because that's the actual. Anyway, really beautiful. So if you like this sort of thing, I think it's really nice to have a library of inspirational books. But I will be embroidering at least one from each. Anyway, this was completely worth it.
Yeah, they're excellent books. Highly recommend.
Yeah, so that was that. Then yesterday I went to the op shop. So there's an op shop in Palmerston, which is part of a transfer station, I think. So, like the city, I don't think it's a transfer station. It's a resource center. So sometimes, instead of calling it the dump in New Zealand, they now call them transfer stations. Like, don't you just love a euphemism for like filling the earth with crap? Anyway, so it's called a transfer station, but then you have resource centers attached, which when they try and salvage the good stuff to sell on rather than it going in the landfill. Anyway, I found these two blouses in there.
Ooh.
And these are Indian. They're made in India. The fabric is gorgeous. Obviously not my size, but isn't this pretty?
It's beautiful.
And I thought, oh, what am I going to use this for? And this other one is even more beautiful. I just loved it so much. I thought.
Oh, they're stunning.
And what I love about this is that, you know, when I get round to making it into a quilt, it won't be like any other quilt in Dunedin. There won't be anybody else adding these because I found them in the op shop.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
So yeah. And these were $3 each, which is kind of like my limit. But I was feeling generous. Martin paid. It's fine. It didn't say, it feels like cotton. It didn't say that it was cotton, but it's very clearly made in India. Very likely to be cotton. Yeah. So I am thrilled and delighted with this fabric. It's very pretty. There's a lot of like care in washing and ironing, but I think it's because of the printing method.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So
Sorry, I was
happy
looking
with
for the
these.
tag.
Yeah. That's me in the shops always like rummaging for the tag. I'm the annoying person that will unfold a fitted sheet to see what it is. And then I spend 5 minutes trying to wrestle it back together. So that, and then when I went, Martin and I had our weekend in Central for my birthday. I bought a load of yarn secondhand. because I'm prepping myself to do a lot of dyeing.
I was going to say, you're planning to do some dyeing.
Yeah, so I'm going to dye fabric, yarn, wool, and threads. I'm going to get myself organized and prepped.
Okay, so what's the difference between yarn and wool? Is it wool when it's already...
No, so yarn is when it's already a thread.
Okay.
And wool, it will be like
is when
from
it's the natural
fleece.
fibre. Yep.
Yeah. And it's wool because it comes from a wool animal. Because I don't buy synthetics, or I'm allergic to alpaca. I'm allergic to what's the other one?
Possum?
Oh, definitely allergic to possum. Yeah, I've bought expensive yarn with possum that I've had to reskein and give to my daughter-in-law. I'm allergic to mohair. Yeah, I'm just praying that I don't become allergic to wool. I figured out that I can knit with yarns that I'm allergic. So I'm allergic to alpaca as well, but I can knit with it if I keep a mask on.
Oh, that just seems extreme.
I've done it. It's been fine. Anything to finish a project. So anyway, I'm really pleased. This was quite an expensive. That time we spent about $40 in the op shop.
Oh, big spender.
But I did buy four balls of merino as well, because Sophia, one of her friends, is having a baby.
So
she was on
did
the
you say
lookout
how
for
much you
merino.
paid for that?
This has got 2 bags, but altogether my wool purchases, my wool yarn, came to $19.
That seems amazing. That seems really good.
I mean, I always tot it up because I know how much yarn costs here, and I was quids in.
Yeah.
What do you say in New Zealand for quids in? I was winning.
All in. You're just all in.
All in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I was really happy about that, and I'm excited and looking forward to doing some natural dyeing again. So I've just got a little bit of quilting to show you and a bit of knitting. So my first thing that I want to show you, which is still a bit wet, is I finished my socks.
They're beautiful.
This is when I kidded myself that I was actually well and I would be able to craft. So this was probably, I finished them probably on Friday of my first week of illness. But that was just, I was knitting on willpower alone. So I had to turn the heel, which is the bit where I have to think. I always have to find my instructions, and I was like, you will do this, Catherine. So I turn the heel, then I do the gusset, and then the foot. And see, this was an interesting thing, because I like bread and butter sock knitting. I don't buy fancy yarns. But years ago, and it must be something like maybe 5 or 7 years ago, I got excited because people were doing like mini skein swaps. So you can buy these little mini skeins to do the heels, toes, and cuffs of your socks. And so, or you can buy a mini skein advent calendar. But they're expensive. They're like $300 for an advent calendar. So only 24. And these are all like expensive, but not of value to me, because I don't want to have superwash yarns.
Yep.
But anyway, I was just like, I always miss out on these things because of the way I want to live my life. So anyway, this podcast that was running the mini skein swap thing, and so you could sign up and you could like wind on your own little mini skeins and then send them on to someone somewhere else. And so I got my person in America, and I said that I didn't want superwash. Anyway, she made a mistake and she put everything was superwash, which was fine. It's just it was not intentional, and it's just a little bit of fun. But this is very expensive.
Yellow is gorgeous.
The yellow's gorgeous, but it's I've forgotten the name now, but it's one of those coveted yarns that people always wish they could afford, but they can't, because they all came labeled. Like we labeled everything. And so I finally got to use it, and you can't resist like this mustardy yellow,
It's
right?
beautiful.
It's so that was
a
kind
little
of
bit
fun.
of variegation in it. Oh.
But it just goes to show that you get excited and carried away. I still haven't even used 80% of those little mini skeins, and I only got 12. You just don't get around to it, because the joy is in the getting. So anyway, I've done my socks.
Well done.
So they probably took me 6 months because I stalled here. But yeah,
Done.
Martin doesn't think they look like Pepsi socks, so that makes me feel better.
The middle one looks like Pepsi. Oh,
I think the top one looks like Pepsi.
they
Anyway.
actually to me look like Sega, like mushrooms, like
See,
from
I actually thought that they didn't look like mushrooms.
yeah,
It's like this one looks like a fat
but
little
like from your
mushroom.
old sort of gaming systems.
Oh, okay. I've not played those sorts of games. But
So Sega Master
From-
System 2 was where I excelled.
okay. See, I was I know Pac-Man.
You know Pac-Man? Yeah.
Yeah.
They could be with
And I
Pac-Man.
think I played Tetris as well.
Nice.
On the little Game Boys. But I can't be bothered. So anyway, socks. So that's good.
Beautiful.
Because what happens is we have a space in our, I don't know how long have we been going. Oh, 55.
We're all good.
You're used to us. Our laundry basket is I think divided into 2 compartments, and I always put my woolen socks with very delicate things on the right, and Martin never washes that. So even though I've got quite a few hand knit socks, and by quite a few I mean a lot less than people out in knitting world, I probably have 8 pairs. People have 30. That's not unusual.
Yeah.
But anyway, I found them all yesterday. I was like, oh, I'll wash them. But anyway, it's nice to have another pair, because some of them are too felted now, and so I have to really stretch them to put them on. Anyway, fun times knitting. Enjoyed that. And I'll just flash you my quilt. So it's going well. So this is my. Oh, you never responded to my message about quilting, because. Yeah, I know.
Did you
Victoria.
message me on Instagram?
No.
Oh, when did you message me about quilting?
It was
then?
ages ago. It was at the beginning of the many messages I send you constantly.
Oh, I
Because
thought I
I'm
just missed
16
it.
and you're like my mum and you don't have time for messages. Anyway, I said, turns out I have 5 quilts on the go. I'm
I do
thinking of
remember
doing a
reading that.
separate
You were going to talk about
podcast.
Yes. That was ages
You
ago.
never responded.
No, I probably
like,
didn't.
Longevity doesn't mean you get to not respond.
I'll go home and respond.
You'll never find it. So anyway, it turns out I've got 5 quilts on the go. It's ridiculous. So I thought I might separate them into a separate quilt section so that people that are not interested don't have to watch the whole thing. So anyway, this pile is my half square triangles, which are great and wild and good colorness. And this pile too. So I'm making progress.
Making excellent progress.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about this. It's going really well. So this is 1 quilt. I'm only showing you 3 quilts today. And then this is my half square triangle project, which is where I'm going to use some of Margarita's fabrics. And I'm enjoying this with the random sort of colors. And this is the one where I said to Martin, the situation is untenable. I need to steal one of your shirts. And he was like, okay. In fact, I found another one that I'm going to steal. Which I actually think one of my friends gave to me. Do you know, I walk around begging men that I know. It's like, please give me your shirts when they're knackered and you want to take them to the op shop, but you know that they're too knackered. I'll have them. Nobody listens. I think people get embarrassed. They can't believe I mean it. I mean it. Anyway, so Martin gave me his shirt, and I can't for the life of me remember which one it is. But anyway, I've got 3 very healthy looking piles. This is 300 half square triangles.
And how many do you need before you start?
Before I start piecing it, it's something like
Hello. Sorry, dog just popped up between my legs.
530 or something like that.
Okay, so you got over halfway.
Yeah. And you know, there is no deadline. This is a shirt. This is the shirt that I stole.
Oh, beautiful shirt.
Yeah. And they're all from the op shop. I hadn't worn it. You know, if he's not going to wear it, I'm going to steal it. He's very accommodating. And he does love my quilts. He gets really proud as though he put all the work in.
Well, he supported you with ginger beer.
He did. He did well tonight. So yay, half square triangle quilt.
Beautiful.
And I've got the other one. And this one is to hold me accountable. I'm doing really well with this one. I've shown it. No further progress since I last showed it.
Yeah, because you would have had to cancel your stitching session.
Yes. So I was going to spend Saturday with my daughter-in-law. And I was going to show her the progress on her quilt, because I'm making her a quilt. With some of the fabrics left over from her wedding outfit. So she had a very casual wedding outfit. She had a skirt and a blouse made out of linen. And if you can help me display it, the bit that I'm kind of interested in showing you is the wedding ring pieced area. that was sweat and tears. It required a lot of patience and sort of forcing myself to just get on with it. And I just love it. I love the look of it now. So this linen here is from her blouse, which is here as well, and this is her skirt. And I've incorporated some of my stuff as well, some like random things that people have given, but that was a jacket that I wore to work for quite a bit. This was a pair of trousers from the op shop. So anyway, I'm super delighted. So I had a big session where I was ironing, and I'm now starting to piece the quilt.
Good job.
That was I did it in applique. That's the only applique bit for the quilt, as far as I can tell now, because I changed my mind. But my daughter-in-law, I taught her to knit. And when I say I taught her to knit, I mean I taught her to knit, and then before I knew it, she was designing her own jumpers. Like she's got talent. She's very clever. So it's really great because I can talk to her on the same level, almost knitty-wise. In fact, she has done something I've never done, which is brioche. And I can't decide if I haven't done any brioche knitting because I don't really like it, or if because I'm scared. Probably a bit of both. I just don't like the look of brioche. But anyway, she made a beautiful shawl in brioche, and it did look beautiful. So I really do want to give her this because she will appreciate it, because she's a maker. She will appreciate it. And when I told her I was going to make her a quilt, she got very excited.
It's always lovely to give something that you've made to someone who is also a maker, because they really appreciate it and understand. They can fully appreciate the sweat and tears and
just the effort. I mean, I'll make her one quilt and that's it. I have also realised that telling someone that you're going to make them something and then making it is a lot harder for me. It just feels a bit like a commission, and it's not as fun.
This is pretty.
Yeah. And this is, and the last thing to show you is my jumper that I'm making. And
Is this your feral one?
What have you said?
Did I mean to say Fair Isle and I said
Yes.
feral? Yeah.
No, this is Aaron. So when there's lots of cables, it's Aaron.
Aaron, right.
So it's, yeah, I'm just making an Aaron jumper, putting the pattern together myself.
Beautiful.
There are a lot of cables in here. So we have moss stitch.
Love moss stitch.
I love moss stitch as well. And there's like a big cable section. And then there is like a big crisscross section. Another cable section, another moss stitch. And then this section at the back, which, I mean, you can see that I would not have the brain for this during COVID. No. But I made a mistake, pre-COVID probably, I can't remember. I made a mistake here, which normally would have meant that I just strip back, you know, I undo to this point. But that would have meant undoing all the other things. And I was like, I'm not doing that. So what I did is I just, at every one of these where I've made a mistake, so each column had a mistake. Is it that one? No. So each one of these columns had a mistake, and I dropped down individually, did the right cables twice, and built up. There's like 40 of them.
Jeez.
But it was preferable.
Well done.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I can understand. Yeah.
I just couldn't be bothered.
Because presumably that's a harder way to fix something, but
Oh,
it's easier than having to redo all the other cables.
It's definitely not easier than having to redo the cables. It's a skill that you have to develop to
Yeah.
learn how to drop down to fix a cable. And I can do, I would say I'm an intermediate dropper downer to fix things. But I also like the challenge. And generally speaking, when I can do some in lace. When you make a mistake with lace, you can drop down. But for that, I did this in bed, finagling it. But, see, I made another mistake. I forgot to turn it here. Can you see I've just got one turn, not two.
Oh, yes, I do
So
see
I can
that.
fix that. This I fixed in bed, but with lace, I have to like have silence in the house.
Really good light.
Really good light, lots of pins, and some sort of cushy thing that I can pin things down. so that I can really keep track of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into this project. I'm going to... Okay, so here's the thing. As we've discussed before, I'm not very sociable.
You see what she's doing? This is amazing. Oh, is this how you turn things?
Oh, I'll show you in a minute.
See, that would be all over.
Yes, because you're not a knitter. But if you were a knitter, this would become...
it would be all over.
No, this would become second nature. So as I keep saying, I'm not terribly sociable. I may appear to be sociable. It's smoke and mirrors. How sociable am I, Victoria?
When you like someone, you're fairly sociable.
Oh, shade. I struggle being... I'm really good with one person.
Yeah, one-on-one. But I think most introverts are like that, aren't they?
Yeah.
One-on-one, or even a group of 3 can be quite nice because it takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah.
But any more than that is too many.
Yeah, it's just too many. So there are things that I really want to do and I still haven't done. Like, for example, I told myself that at the beginning of 2022, I would start going to Felt Princess Fiber Fridays. I still haven't done it. And then because I'm going to live in Waikouaiti, there is a wool shop there. And I told myself that I would go to their Fiber Fridays because they also have one. I actually don't know if either of them have started because COVID. I haven't gone to either. So I'm just telling you this so that if you go, please let me know so that I know I can turn up and there'll be someone that knows me and then you can say hello to me and I won't feel so lost. Because I really would like to start doing that, and I'm just a bit rubbish about making myself do things. There's always 3,000 reasons why I should stay home instead.
One of them being that it's warm. It's been snowing.
Oh, it has been snowing. It's been fabulous. Oh, can I be indulged and can I tell you about a really sad but great thing I've started doing?
Yeah, what have you done?
This is so funny. Martin's like, you're borderline embarrassing me now. Have I not texted you about this? About collecting wood? Oh, this is so funny. Okay, I'm not an exerciser. I don't really exercise anymore, although I want to restart. And I don't really go for walks, although I think it would be a good thing. I probably go for 1 walk a week with Martin, but I want to do more. So anyway, because I'm very frugal and we moved to the little house, and honestly the fire is this big, this deep, but this big, it's little. We put little mini logs in it because it's so little. So it came to me that I could go on walks to collect pine cones and twigs. And I would never have to buy wood again.
And it will give you a purpose to your walk, which is
I
always...
have been desperate to get out on my walk with my bag. I was like, it's all I talk about. And Martin's like, okay. And can I just say at this point, we can really afford firewood. Not just that, we have enough firewood in the little house for maybe 3 years. But it's become my thing. Like a reason to leave the house. Like going for a walk and collect pine cones.
That's good.
So yeah. We did that every day apart from one day when it just rained all day. So yeah, so that's my new thing. That's very exciting.
Excellent.
So it's like, you just when you can't be motivated to exercise, you just need to find the reason.
Yeah.
Which is not exercise related.
I have never been motivated to go for a walk for the sake of going for a walk. But if there's a purpose to it, no probs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about no probs either. Because how often do you get out there?
Yeah, not very often.
Yeah. I mean, you used to have your car park removed from the office, so that was counted, didn't it?
It counted, yeah. But now I've conveniently parked under my building, so that's great.
Yeah. The other thing I'm hoping to do is because we sold the camper, we emptied it, and I always kept my watercolors in the camper because the idea was that every time I went away, I would do watercolors. I've done like 3 watercolor crappy little things. So anyway, that's on my list.
Excellent.
So I might do the Ulverston class because they do a botanical drawings and watercolor class.
That would be lovely.
So I'm going to try and do that. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling creative, although I can just feel that my energy levels are dropping now.
Yeah, you've done well. You're pushing, I don't even know what time it is. It's 10 past 8.
10
It's
past
so
8.
late. It's bedtime.
Yeah, it is quite late now. So anyway, that was it.
That was it.
Loads of shenanigans.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We're super happy to be back.
Yes.
And we will be back in
2 weeks.
It'll be 2 and a bit weeks because we'll go back to our who knows?
Thursdays.
We have to have some conversations.
Yes, yes.
Probably go back to our Thursdays, but we'll be back in around 2 weeks.
The thing about Mondays is that you're not as tired as you are on Thursdays. But, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll get back into the swing of every 2 weeks because we like that.
Yeah, it works well for us.
Now, I hope we haven't forgotten anything. I don't think we had anything to give away or anything like that.
No, I don't think so.
If we have forgotten, we're just a bit there. Yeah. Okay, great. Have a lovely fortnight. I hope you're enjoying your crafting, and wear a mask and be kind because you don't know who else has something. That means that it will be really, really dangerous for them to get COVID.
Yeah.
I hope you don't get COVID because it's not pretty. Got a little rough house.
And if it's cold where you are, we hope you keep warm. And if it's hot where you are, we hope you keep cool.
Yes, and go get twigs if you need them. All right. Lucky day.
Bye. No, that's still going.